Okay, let's go ahead and start. Wonderful. All right, so today, like I promised, we're going to do some basics with the bag. Today, we'll record that so that people understand kind of the basics of that. But we'll first start off with a warm-up. So everybody chumbi. Okay, hands up and twisting. Hana. Tul. Set. Net. Das it. And 2 times. Yosit. And then go the other way. Ilgo. Yodel. Ahop. Yor. Right hand up. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. Grab your hand. Inhale. Exhale. Reach. Inhale. Exhale. And left hand up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Hands on your hips. Hana. Tul. Set. Net. Toss it. Switch. Hana. Tul. Set. Net. Toss it. Okay, and step out with your back with your left. Ki hop. Chia. Okay, let's try a couple of these. So hands up, twisting. Hugul jase. Weight shifts back. Changul jase. Weight shifts forward and reset. Okay, 3 counts. Three techniques per count. Hana. Tul. Set. Hugul jase. Changul jase. Back. Set. Net. Das it. And palmakwa. Okay, and hana. Tul. Set. Net. Toss it. And switch. All right, so this time here, we're going to step. Kyochirip jase. Hana. Changu. And back. Tul. Set. Net. Toss it. Cross your arms. Hadan maki. Turn the hip. 1. See, I turn sideways. Tul. Back. Okay, let's make it nice and snappy. And tul. Set. Net. Kiha. And switch. Okay, so from here, Kyochirip jase. Hana. Changul jase. Back. Okay, so feel the hip turn. Turn the hori. Hana. Turn. Turn back. Tul. Set. Net. Das it. Okay, so now hadan maki and hana. Tul. Set. Net. Kiha. Tia. And switching feet. Okay, so from here, nice and slow. Apodorigi. Hana. Nice and easy. Tul. Set. Net. Toss it. Yells it. Ew. Get it. Ahop. Kill. Chill. Parque suandro chagi aneso pakuro. Hana. Tul. Set. Net. Kill. And switch. Nice and high with the kicks. 앞으로 돌리기. 하나, 둘, 셋, 넷, 다섯, 여섯, 일곱, 여덟, 아홉, 기업, 쥐어. 밖에서 안으로 차기. 하나, 안에서 밖으로. 둘, 셋, 넷, 기업, 쥐어. 바로. And show. Okay, fix your Dojang. Now let's get these targets out in place. We're going to work on the bags today. Wherever you'd like. You have a target. You want to have somebody hold for you if you have a target. Okay, again, two types of targets. One is going to be a body shield, like so. Somebody's going to hold it, lots of resistance. Okay, hold against the chest, lots of resistance. Or you can use a hand target, and this is for striking sideways, less resistance. Okay, smaller target, less resistance. So you'll want to have both, or you can have a heavy bag. All right? Okay, so we're first going to start with some hand techniques, and then we'll move down to the lower body. But basically, what we're doing now is working on resistance, where you're going to strike a hard surface, and that's going to help you get the right muscles working. There's two ways of striking. One is you strike very empty, and you're using your bicep and tricep muscles, so it looks something like this. Okay, and when you strike, you'll kind of feel your hand bounce off the target. It'll bounce back. When you strike, you want to strike nice and full, where you penetrate through the target. Okay, so you want to think about striking, penetrate. Even if you can't move the bag, you want to feel your knuckles going into the bag, even if it's just a little bit. But don't bounce off it, if that makes sense. All right? So we want to work on the penetration. So just a reminder, everybody make chumok. Chumok is your fist. You're going to strike with the front of the first two knuckles. Okay, that will be the weapon, chumok. Okay, so just to start getting the technique, everybody get into this haguruk jase. We'll have one hand out in front, first two knuckles touching the target, back hand in the chamber here. Okay, just palpuki, punch, hana, switch. Okay, not too hard. We're just going to work on technique. Tur, set, net. I'm going to let you go for 20 here in a second. When you do this punch, make sure that your elbows aren't coming out like this. Not striking like this, okay? See this here? Tight. Keep your elbows tight to the body. Here, tight. Okay, so your arm should brush your body on both sides. Don't let the elbow pop open, okay? So those of you that are live, I'm going to just have you work on that 20 times, okay? And shijak, go ahead. Practice. 20 punches. Looks nice, yeah. So try and hit the targets hard. Good form. Okay, once you've done 20, let's get your right leg back. And let's work on tulo chungdang gonggyak. So you turn your hips to the side, front hand extended, back hand in the chamber, shift and twist, punch. And then inhale, pull it back. Okay, let's try 20 there. Okay, so we get through 20. Let's see a couple more so I can see you. Good. Okay, very easy when you have a target in front of you is the chamber hand gets a little lazy. So make sure that as you're striking, push, pull. You have that hand and come in the chamber. Okay, baru cross the feet, 20 punching. Try and think about chamber position. Shijak. Okay, let's go ahead and try 5 more. Let me see how it looks. Very nice, everyone. Anyone feel your wrist buckle? You strike and you hurt your wrist like this. When you strike, sometimes you'll feel your wrist collapse. Okay, so we all need to practice more tension here with our knuckles. So everybody get down on your knees. We're going to try some push-ups. So if any children here, probably like under the age of, I don't know, 16, you should be on carpet rather than the hardwood. Okay, or a nice mat like I'm on. Okay, but you're going to get into a push-up position just with the first 2 knuckles striking. Just the first 2 knuckles, okay? Let's see if you can do 10 push-ups, okay? So here, hana, full, set, net, dasen, yosen, ilga, yoren, ahop, yor. Okay, so that's going to help condition your hand so that your wrist is strong, having the fist in the proper position. All right? So next technique is the kapkwanggonggyak. Back knuckle strike here. Okay? So chungkwan front, kapkwan to the back. So here, you're going to turn sideways, cross, inhale, reach forward. Turn to the side, back fist this way. 1, 2. Okay? So let's try 10 like that. Here, prepare. Hana. Tul. Set. Net. Taset. Yoset. Okay, 4 more. Keep going. Notice when I strike again, these 2 knuckles only striking. Okay, so now we'll try with the other arm 10 times. Shijak. The other way of doing a back fist is more direct with the waist, where you cross, turn to the side, and as you strike, shift your weight to the front. Okay? So here we turn sideways as we strike. Other way is to start sideways, come forward. Let's try 10 this way. Begin. And then we switch. 10 more. Just check your knuckles. Again, first two are the ones that should be sore. Should be feeling a little warmth in the first two knuckles, not your whole hand. Okay. So next thing I want you to do is we're going to work on the sudo and the yakusudo. Okay. So with the sudo, again, you open your hand and you want to make your palm as big as possible. So make your hand as big as possible. Now, don't let your palm collapse and get small. Here. Okay, don't make it get small like this. Keep it big and bring your four fingers together. And then bend your thumb like this. Okay, so here, relaxed hand. Open big. Fingers together, bend the thumb. Now, if you can, with your second knuckles right here, you're going to bend those knuckles like this. Okay, so now you have a slight bend in your hand. Okay, so that's the proper position for sudo. So you're going to strike between the pinky, the finger bones, and your wrist. So you're going to strike this meaty part right here. That's the weapon. All right, for sudo. So we come here to the target. Two ways of performing this technique. Just like the kapkwan, striking with the sudo this way. Okay, so let's try. Here. Okay, so let's try 10 of those. On your own, 10 strikes. Okay, now we can use the other hand, and we're going to turn it so it's palm up this way. Striking. Again, think about where the weapon is. That's where you guys are going to make the mistakes, is not striking with the proper part of the hand. Not here at the finger, not here at the wrist. Make sure you're striking with the sudo. Okay, so now the other hand comes here. Keep the elbow in tight. Strike. This one probably feel a little more powerful. Don't forget the chamber hand, good chamber discipline. And then we'll switch with the other hand. Switch feet, and let's do 10 with each type. So first crossing on top, 10 times. And then reverse. Okay, so you try that with 10 on each. Sudo. Everyone feeling kind of a warmth in your hand now, especially along that weapon. That starts activating the neurons to understand that that's that what you strike with. So then when you're doing a technique in the air, your hand's going to start to register to create the proper position and turn the wrist in the proper way so that you strike with the right weapon. Okay, so lots of practice. Good. Next is Yakusudo or ridge hand. So Sudo, Yakusudo. It's the opposite. Okay, opposite here. So here you're going to make that same pseudo position, but then you're going to bend your first knuckle. So just want to give you guys a look. This is the English translation of what's called the Subakdo Dojang. Okay, this was written by founder Huang Qi. Okay, so you see here can you see that? Let's see there, by Huang Qi. All right, and in this book, he talks about the different parts of the hand. See if I can find it. And we're going through most of them right now. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Okay, so I don't know if you can tell, but this is a normal x-ray of somebody. And then on the bottom, that's the x-ray of somebody who continues to train that's going to have stronger bones. Here's the proper way to use a fist. Okay, you see the circles over here demonstrating where the weapon is. You see when I talk about straight bone alignment, knuckles to wrist. Everybody see that? See how these knuckles here aren't touching the wood. Okay, look at that. There's some breaking using this weapon. Kapkwan. You see there's the weapon for Kapkwan. And then he shows a couple of other ones, and then he goes to Sudo. Proper use of the Sudo here. Okay, so there's the weapon. You can't see, you might not be able to see that contrast, but that's where it's dark right there. Okay, some more breaking. And then here you see the proper use of Sudo. Yakusudo. Here, Yakusudo. And there's the proper weapon right there. Okay. So open the hand, fingers. This time you're going to pull the thumb in, bend at the second knuckle. Okay, Sudo like this, Yakusudo like this. So you're going to pull the thumb in. Because when you strike, you're going to strike along this surface. Here. Okay, so this one, easiest to do with the Tulo Yakusudo. Okay, so we'll get left leg forward. I'm going to get left leg forward and strike with my right. So this one kind of does an arc up and then kind of angles down as you strike. Okay, now when you strike a hard target like I am, make sure that your elbow is slightly bent. If your elbow is completely locked straight, you're going to hurt your elbow joint. So keep a little bend in the elbow. Okay, let's try 10. Yakusudo, Shijak. And then we'll switch. Okay, so that was yakusuro, ridge hand. Number one, chongkwan, chongkwan, kapkwan, kapkwan, sudo, sudo, and yakusuro, yakusuro. So next session here, we're going to work on the chagi, the kicking. So